The most feared Mexican fighter in boxing history, Julio Cesar Chavez. I hope I'm pronouncing those names correctly. Almost like Julio Cesar. This should be fun. Let's get right into it.
Chavez is one of the toughest fighters you'll ever see.
Especially since Chavez has come so far without ever tasting defeat.
Undefeated Julio Cesar Chavez has garnered 5 world titles in 3 different weight categories.
I think that Julio Cesar Chavez might be the best kept secret in boxing.
Mexican style. To the boxing fandom, it conjures images of a swarming pressure fighter with a mean left hook.
I'm terrible.
It wasn't always this way. With Mexico producing brilliant fighters of many styles.
Right hand off a 1-2 by Morales.
That's actually true. A lot of great fighters have been from Mexico. Or let me pronounce it the right way. Mexico. It's like I used to hear it in American movies. They say Mexico, not Mexico. It's Mexico, right? If you're Mexican, tell me if I'm pronouncing that correctly. Like, there's so many great Mexican fighters. You have Oscar de la Hoya. You have plenty of them. I can't come up with them right now in my head, but a lot of the names I have heard, great boxers I have heard the names, especially the middleweight, not the heavyweight, but the middleweight, is it like the middleweight kind of division, you know, or even MMA as well. A lot of great Mexican fighters. It seems like Mexico is like, you know, a fighting country, I guess, because, man, a lot of them have seen their names, and I know a Mexican name when I hear one.
There's the second knockdown.
The world has only one man to thank for this massive shift in perception.
Oh,
Julio
okay.
Cesar Chavez grew up in a family of 11 in an abandoned rail car.
Okay, it was the first
At
of a
age
generation.
16, he leaves home, a pair of gloves, and a rail ticket to Tijuana, with a dream to give his mother a house and a work ethic that would change the way the world saw Mexican boxing. Chavez fought at a frenetic pace, both in the ring and in terms of his career. In his 3 years and 2 months as a pro, Chavez had rung up a 43-0 record with 36 knockouts.
Damn.
He fought and won by knockout every single month. It was fight or go hungry.
Julio Cesar Chavez in record has secured his place in boxing history.
He gets a crack at the vacant lightweight title. His opponent was fellow Mexican Mario Martinez.
What year was
Martinez
this?
was also on a similar tear, and with a similar style to Chavez. The Mexican fan base knew a great fight was in the making. The fight was held in the Olympic Auditorium in LA. It may have gone off 3 days early, but it was the finest fireworks display Mexico could produce for Independence Day. They stuck to each other like cold rice.
It's unlikely, Don. There's just no way. They're hitting awfully hard. Seems to me Martinez is landing more blows.
Chavez delivers a clinic of infighting.
Damn. That's dodging and
Which was
dodging.
mercifully called off after 8. There was a palpable buzz around Chavez, who soon made his debut on American television against the respected Black Mamba from Michigan, Roger Mayweather. Floyd's uncle and
Oh, okay. I wanted to ask whether that was Floyd's father.
future
Okay,
trainer
uncle.
was a renowned puncher with a lethal right hand. Chavez put the pressure and cut off his escape routes like a Mexican mongoose.
Damn.
Solid right-hand counter by Mayweather. Another one just missed. Chavez just stalking forward. That's his style.
Roger realized he couldn't run from this creature, tried his best to hold his ground with skill and to earn some respect. Chavez walked through it and finished it quickly.
Oh! Damn!
The two would meet a second time. Both would land their best shots once again. Roger found that there was nothing he could do to discourage the stoic Mexican swarmer.
And Mayweather suddenly is not fighting back anymore.
I mean, look at this. Look at this. This guy is fighting like, and it really looks here that he trained Mayweather. The way his body posture like this, it's almost like Mayweather. Like, I'm just remembering it now. So he clearly trained Mayweather. That is very, very clear. So I don't know. A lot of fights that Mayweather fought, I know he was a master at defending. I know that. Probably perfected this man's style. But I don't know. A lot of fights that I've seen Mayweather fight, I have not seen him fight people like this that hunt him. Or maybe they just weren't capable of hunting him. Like, okay, I've not seen all Mayweather fights, obviously. But the few I have seen, all of them, it just seemed like they were not hunting him enough. Then the guy that hunted him, that would have hunted him, Pacquiao fought him when both of them were older. I would have liked it if they fought when they were younger. What do you guys think? Seriously. Man, look at the hunting. This guy is just hunting this Mayweather's uncle.
It's very rare the kind of willpower you see in Chavez combined with his skills.
Woo!
Chavez finished him in 10.
Julio Cesar Chavez.
Man.
Chavez's next big debut came at Madison Square Garden against lightly regarded Refugio Rojas. Chavez decided to put on a show. It was a vulgar display of technical skill. Chavez landed about a dozen straight liver shots. But Rojas was as brave a man as I have ever seen. Brave and durable, however, can be mutually exclusive.
Man.
It was a mismatch mercifully ended quickly.
Julio Cesar Chavez.
Man.
Chavez racks up 8 defenses of the 130-pound title and makes the jump to challenge at 135. He took on Puerto Rican puncher Edwin Rosario. Rosario thought he could stand and trade with Chavez. He banked on body weight and a big punch to overwhelm him.
Woo! Look at the dodging, man. What the hell? He can't touch him. Man, this guy is good too.
Chavez delivered a clinic of cold, calculated inside fighting. Broke him down over the distance, what devolved into a career-altering beating that went on far longer than it needed to.
Man.
Hits hard. He hit me once. Pero yo sabía que él no podía noquearme. But I knew he could not knock me out.
The marquee performance of Julio Cesar Chavez came in 1990. His opponent was Meldrick Taylor, a standout of the legendary 1984 Olympic team.
The greatest little fight money can buy. A bout between two extraordinarily talented, undefeated champions whose styles seem to be perfect foils for one another.
If ever there was a reason for great expectations, this is it.
He may look good doing it. He is doing exactly exactly what his corner won't want him to do.
Meldrick fought his way to challenge Chavez for his titles at 140 pounds. It was a brilliant fight.
It could be that an old cut has been reopened here.
He's making Taylor fight his fight with his tempo.
Meldrick's unreal hand speed and combinations showed up the subtle but brutal bodywork Chavez did.
It's incumbent on Taylor not to give Chavez an unnecessary chance to get back into this.
Man, this guy is fast.
Taylor's blurry.
As they brawled into the night, Chavez seemed to be down going into the final round.
And Chavez, the great body puncher, is reduced to headhunting. It's impossible to conceive that Chavez is in any way disillusioned about the necessity of a knockout. He's got to knock Taylor out to win this fight. Everything you've got.
Man, okay, that means he was losing by points at this point. Wow, okay. So that means he knocked him out, I suppose.
Throw everything you've got, Julio.
With just seconds left, Chavez drops Meldrick. With 2 seconds left on the clock, Chavez snatches victory from the jaws of defeat with the controversial KO. Meldrick protested and called for a rematch. The damage Chavez did in the first fight would change Taylor as a fighter forever afterward.
Wow.
This is one of the most unusual calls by a referee in the whole history of the sport.
Cesar Chavez.
This led to a clash with another proud Puerto Rican. 140-pound champion Hector Macho Camacho was known for his showy speed and southpaw skills. Chavez turned in a master class of ring cutting.
Man.
Very tight. The straight right hand that Chavez is throwing is going to be key, and that left hook to the body.
Camacho's fast feet couldn't carry him fast enough. As the fight wore on, Chavez's body attack and suffocating pressure wore Camacho down.
He is in a survival mode. Yeah, what we're looking at is the beginning of the end. That's there by Chavez. Camacho trying just to get anything going, but he has no strength left. Those blasts to the arms have taken a punch. Oh, it's about over. Light cut over the right arm of Chavez. He's working on it. Here goes Chavez working on the body of Camacho. Punching forward.
Camacho barely made the bell and lost a landslide on all 3 cards.
Still champion, el gran campeón
Man.
y mundial, Julio Cesar
Wow, this is like
Chavez. Did you think he was going to be this tough?
I thought he was going to fight a proper fight. But his brain, he did out punches, he stood on me. How come he just keep him off?
Look at his eye. Man, this sport is hard, man. Look at his eye, man.
Much courage that stood on me.
Then for some reason, Greg Haugen decided to try and talk smack to Chavez. Called his opposition a bunch of cab drivers from Tijuana.
I see was, 60 of the guys he fought were just Tijuana cab drivers that my mother could have knocked out. And, but the other 20 guys and 22 guys are good fighters, so.
Whoa, I mean, trash talk.
But I'm not taking him as he's unbeatable either with 82-0.
Chavez threatened to rip his head off.
Knocking Haugen out isn't good enough. He wants to punish him. He wants to give him the worst time of his life and beat the out of him.
In front of 130,000 fans in Mexico City,
Whoa!
almost came to that.
The pride and nationalism of Mexico overflowing as 130,000 pour out.
Where is this guy from? Where is this guy from? Did they mention it? I can't remember them mentioning it. So that means he forced Chavez in his home. That was bold.
Mexicano Julio Cesar Chavez.
He wants to start now. He wants to start.
Chavez drops him on beautifully timed counters over Haugen's jab in the first.
Down goes Haugen's second zone.
He had the early round, in the early part of the round.
Chavez
He really wants to hurt these guys.
What a strong combination by Chavez. Again. And then Haugen. There's that legendary left hook by Chavez.
See those body shots? That's the punishment.
Woo! Oh, head shots by Chavez. Precision shots, target practice. And there is genuine bad blood.
Right hand. Look at the legs of Haugen. Haugen's gone.
Haugen in all kinds of difficulty. But he stays up there. Oh, brother, a combination.
Oh, man.
Chavez was well on the way to delivering on his promise when Joe Cortez decided he's seen enough.
And it's being stopped by Joe Cortez. It's all over.
Well done. Well done, Cortez. Well done. Well, if he wanted to give him a beating, he did.
Wow. 130,000 people.
Y es por eso que lo castiga. Todo aquel que me insulte y me critique lo castigo así. He's a hard puncher. He's a hell of a fighter. Definitely one of the best fighters in the world, and he proved it. Ahora sí reconoces que ya no peleé con taxistas. No taxistas. Well, they must have been.
Nice. I love
Chavez
this. I love
continues
this.
to rack up one of the longest win streaks in boxing history, maintaining not only an undefeated record of 86-0, he wasn't beating people, he was breaking them.
Damn.
He proved he could punch against Terrence Ali, breaking down another 140-pounder with his usual stoic swagger.
And the chance of Chavez from this crowd here, Thomas.
Chavez rocked him twice in the first round,
With the right hand that stops Ali.
and it was all downhill from there.
Martin said, okay, stop fooling around. Get this guy out now.
Get this guy out now.
Another great right hand by Chavez.
Less than 30 seconds remaining, round 5. Look out, Ali's off balance, and Chavez trying to take advantage. What a turnaround after Ali.
Julio Cesar Chavez.
It seems that by 1994, Father Time seemed to finally be catching up with the Mexican warrior. Chavez would be on the wrong end of a controversial draw with Pernell Whitaker before finally suffering his first loss to Frankie Randall after 90 fights.
Man.
The legacy of Julio Cesar Chavez on Mexican boxing is as indelible as scar tissue. He retires finally in 2005 with a preposterous 107-6-1 record. A living legend and a prime example of what modern Mexican style is supposed to look like.
Wow, this was great, man. I enjoyed this, man. I was so immersed in it, man. I was so immersed in it. I was so immersed, like, damn, this guy was incredible. I mean, why do you always try to, like, okay, let's not seem like I'm trying to beef Mayweather right now. I like Mayweather. I like him. I mean, but okay, I didn't used to like him before, but when he retired and, you know, he's okay, he's fine now, but when he used to fight, I didn't used to like him because he used to seem arrogant. But I guess that was part of the gimmick to try and make people hate him so that people will come and watch so that he will earn more money, which is fine. But I just don't know. When I watch him, it's just defensive. Like, at least the fights I have seen, maybe there's some videos that could convince me about Mayweather. You guys can help me out. I don't know, but it's just some boring defensive game, you know. And I don't know, maybe just him being 50-0 is enough to be the GOAT. I don't know, but him calling himself the GOAT, or some people calling him the GOAT, I don't agree with that. Do I think he's top 10 all time in boxing history, both heavyweight and welterweight, middleweight, all the weight classes? Yeah, I believe that. But being the GOAT, I don't agree with that. I don't agree. Like, watching this guy, just this video alone, watching of this guy, I'm more impressed by this guy than all the things I've watched about Mayweather in terms of outside of his 50-0, which is like unbeatable, that he wasn't beaten ever. But outside of that, I'm more impressed by what I'm seeing. I'm even more impressed by Pacquiao. Seriously. Anyway, guys, what do you guys think? I know I'm sounding like a Mayweather hater right now, but it's just that I just don't like that style of fighting that he fights, that defensive style. I love this kind of, attacking, this hunting, stalking of someone. I just love this type. I prefer this type. In my opinion, it's more interesting to watch. Let me know what you guys think about that opinion of mine down in the comments. Subscribe to the channel if you are new. Hit the like button to get this video out to more people and to show YouTube that you loved this video. I'll see you on the next one. Peace.